Hello, this is Eric again, and again we're building the AM Stormtrooper helmet. People ask me why I choose the AM helmet. Well, if you notice, I'm not the smallest guy in the world. I'm in good shape. I'm round. Round's a good shape. So anyway, I choose AM because it fits my head and the armor fits my body. So that's the reason I chose it. Well, so far we've built the helmet, and we've trimmed the ears, and I'm going to install the ears. But one thing I want to tell you is when you go to install them, after you install them, if they still don't fit snug, don't panic. You could always remove them because they're just bolted on, and you could do some more trimming, which might be the case here today. But either way, this will probably be the last video because you don't need to know how to paint it or add the decals. He does supply Stormtrooper decals, and he also supplies the Sandtrooper decals with the helmet, which is nice. Another thing you do get is he sends you Ovi mic tips, and these are all cast out of aluminum, and they're very nice. They've got a real nice mesh screen. Really like them. These things are bulletproof when you're done. So what you're going to need today is the screw kit that comes with your helmet, screwdriver, trimmers, a drill, and again I'm using a 9/64 drill bit, which is dull, your ears, and your helmet. I'm not going to show you how to install the rubber S trim that goes on the bottom because I think you could probably figure that out, but I will trim a little bit around the bottom just to show you what I do. So basically, I'm going to open up my screw packet. And I'm going to drill the holes in the ears. If you notice, there's one hole there, one hole there, and one hole there. Some people want to put a hole here to suck this part into the tube a little more. If that's what you want to do, fine. The correct placement should be towards the bottom on the screw. If you ask Vern Beezer, that's what he'll tell you also. And you know Vern, he's knows a lot about this stuff. So basically I'm going to drill a hole. Make sure you don't drill your finger. I've done that several times. Again, I got to clean up this mess before my wife gets home. She always knows what I'm building. And it's not that I don't like other helmets. This one fits me really well, so that's why I use this one a lot. So. And I have many of this helmet. I think I have probably 10 or 15 of this helmet, and I can't wait for his new ones to come out. I'm pretty excited about that. So anyway, so I'm going to get my ear. I'm going to test fit it, and that's, if you remember, that's how it looked yesterday. And a lot of people make a mistake and want these ears to be exactly straight. It should be at sort of an angle back, if you get my meaning there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill the bottom hole first. I kind of hold it in place where I want it, and I'll drill the bottom hole. Remember, you're going through 2 layers of plastic and then your lens. For some reason these lenses are really hard to fit through. I'm going to take my long screw, and I'm going to insert it in there. Put a washer on it. And the nut. And these nuts are lock nuts, so I won't be able to screw it all the way down with just my hands. So I need a pair of pliers to hold the back. So when I'm done with this, you'll notice it might still be a little bit loose But that's okay, because I'll go back later and tighten it, which will snug it down a little more. So I get the ear about where I want it. I kind of hold it in place. I'm going to drill the bottom hole. I can already tell I'm going to need to trim the back a little bit more, but I'll do that later. I'll remove it and trim the back. Again, trying not to drill through my finger. This time you're going to put the small screw in here. Like I said, as you can see on the back, it's got a little bit of a gap, and some gaps acceptable, but it's not too bad. And the more you tighten these nuts and bolts, the snugger the ear is going to fit. So when you tighten it, this cap will be eliminated quite a bit, and when you tighten the bottom one, it will also suck the plastic down, which will eliminate some of the hole. So forgot I already drilled this side. And I get it where I want it. I'm going to drill the bottom hole. Gotta go through those 3 layers. And sometimes it's kind of a bear to get through that lens. Again, right now I just have these hand tight, so see, I'm trying to squeeze it so that the gap is lessened. Shavings everywhere. My daughter gave me a cold. So, with these just hand tight, as you can see, they're still pretty loose in there. I could at least see if I'm going to need to trim anywhere, or if I'm going to be happy with that. And I can see a couple spots, like here I might want to trim a little more. Not a big deal. All I got to do is remove those couple screws and do them. But that's how easy it is to install the ears. And again, they're not tight yet. I haven't taken my screwdriver and tightened them up. And remember I was telling you about the bottom. I was going to trim it a little bit. I'm going to make this arc come right along the edge of this ear, same here. And I just do that with a pair of cutters. And I'll just show you on one side. I'll just take these cutters and I'll cut. I'll try to equal up to that where it meets the back. Then I'll take a sander and I'll sand that off. So I have a nice rounded edge. Sometimes I might have to trim the ear just a hair to do that, but it's not a big deal. It's going to be covered with that S trim anyway. This also gives you a hair bit more room on the around your head. Again, we didn't. There's the inside if you wanted to see. So all three of those bolts are hitting the lens, so now that lens is really secure. If you look at my bolt here, it's definitely not tightened. But now I can install my S trim after I sand that. And that's how I put together the AM helmet. Again, I'd have to tighten it up a little bit with the bolts, but it's not too bad. So I'll be on to my painting, putting on my decals, tube stripes, my mic tips, and the S trim. And I'll probably put some military helmet pads in here. Some people prefer the foam flower or star, whatever they call it. Or his does, or was coming with a helmet liner, which you could also install. You do that before. I chose not to put it in this one, only because I'm going to put the military pads in there. But that's how easy it is to build an AM helmet. And hopefully that helped you, and hopefully I could see you in another video building. I might do the Walters Kids helmet. But this is Eric from Stormtrooper Ranch, signing off. Have a good day.